Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Signs neither Mark Anderson, Guy Gansert, nor Pascal Ibgui will be invited back for the Golden Bachelor Season 2. Joan Vasso's season of the Golden Bachelorette ended with her engagement to Chalk Chapel. With her season done, fans are eagerly awaiting the reveal of the Golden Bachelor Season 2's leading man. While Joan and Chalk shared the best connection, the private school administrator had 24 eligible bachelors vying for her attention. Several contenders in her season have stood out, including Mark Anderson, Guy Gansert, and Pascal Ibgui. Mark's debut on The Bachelor Season 28, as the father of Kelsey Anderson, landed him an invite to Joan's season. His kind-hearted nature won over fans, but his awkward one-on-one date with Joan led to his eventual elimination. Guy, the Golden Bachelorette Season 1's runner-up, seemed a perfect match for Joan, but her connection with Chalk was stronger. Pascal was a strong contender but self-eliminated during the final hour. While these fan favorites would make entertaining leads, it has become obvious none of these bachelors will make the cut. Since his reality TV debut, Mark has drawn in fans. Dubbed the hot dad of the season, Mark made an impression when meeting Kelsey's future partner, Joey Graziadei. His endearing and humorous attitude, coupled with his good looks, earned him an invitation to Joan's season. While he and Joan didn't share the connection audiences hoped for, it seems that this television appearance led to other romantic opportunities. The internet went wild when Barbara Woods, star of One Tree Hill, posted an image of her and Mark for Halloween. The pair stood next to one another in matching Disney attire. Barbara was dressed as Cinderella, and Mark was aptly dressed as Prince Charming. Barbara's daughter, Natalie Allen Lind, holds the camera and shows off her impressively detailed Graga costume. The caption reads, "When Cinderella and Prince Charming have a baby." Fans, prompted by the caption and unexpected appearance, flocked to the comments to share their excitement. Although Barbara and Mark have not announced a relationship yet, they have not denied the dating rumors. Viewers have eagerly waited for an update from the pair. It seems, for now, they would prefer to lay low. As two celebrities, it must be nice to reserve some privacy. Either way, assuming the pair are involved, Mark would no longer have any incentive to join the dating competition. The Golden Bachelorette's runner-up, Guy, seemed like a fitting partner for Joan. He is similarly adventurous, kind, and fun-loving. Although Joan chose Chalk, Guy seemed to be just as compatible with the Maryland native. The emergency room doctor would easily be considered a catch. Unfortunately, Guy's reputation took a turn for the worse when his sketchy romantic past was uncovered. Guy has been very vocal about his divorce from his ex-wife, Heidi Severs O'Gara. While his honesty was appreciated by Joan and fans alike, he seems to have withheld a large secret. Heidi requested a restraining order against him. She claimed his behavior made her fear for her safety via the Sun. According to the legal documents, Guy had become aggressive. Heidi believed that was due to his sleeping medication. She stated that Guy had gradually become volatile and extremely unstable. In a particularly upsetting event, Heidi spotted Guy placing something behind her driver's side tire. When she confronted him, Guy allegedly pointed two fingers at her and motioned as if firing a gun. This, coupled with stacks of text messages, prompted her to seek legal help. While she voluntarily withdrew her application 3 weeks later, these events don't reflect well on Guy's character. Guy endured massive backlash for the allegations and his decision to omit this history. Although this portion of his life is likely hard to confront, his lack of transparency led to more backlash than he likely would have encountered if he had been open to sharing. His damaged reputation would likely discourage producers from inviting him back. Pascal has made a reputation on the Bachelor franchise as being brutally honest via Bachelor Nation TikTok. The salon owner was quick to divulge his inexperience regarding basic household tasks. After paying fellow competitor Greg Lasson to do his laundry, Pascal promptly complained about Greg's snoring the following morning. By the first day, all of the competitors knew Pascal would not. Despite this, Pascal remained a fan favorite. His authenticity won over many viewers, but the show may not want the Frenchman back. Honest people produce entertaining television but are difficult to control. If the franchise opted to bring Pascal back, he would wreak havoc. After Pascal's self-elimination, the businessman shared an incriminating perspective on the producers. Pascal spoke with Glamour magazine about his experience on the show and indicated that the producers manipulated his words. When he split with Joan, he wanted to make it clear he still cared about the leading lady. Pascal told the interviewer, "The producer explained I should be clearer that I wasn't in love with her, but I was hesitant to use that word. She was devastated after this split and second-guessed her worthiness of love." Pascal makes it very clear, publicly, that the producers were to blame for the harsh rejection. Several contestants on The Golden Bachelorette have accumulated fan bases. Mark, Guy, and Pascal have established themselves as entertaining and deserving potential leads. Unfortunately, their circumstances would likely disqualify them from the role. Fans may be surprised to see who the next senior bachelor will be. Signs neither Mark Anderson, Guy Gansert, nor Pascal Ibgui will be invited back for The Golden Bachelor Season 2, as the finale of The Golden Bachelor Season 1 fades into the annals of reality TV history. Fans and critics alike are already speculating about who will be invited back for the second season. While the show has been lauded for its unique take on the dating genre, featuring older contestants in the pursuit of love, not every participant has left a lasting impression. Among those whose invitations for a return seem highly unlikely are Mark Anderson, Guy Gansert, and Pascal Ibgui. While the show may offer a second chance for some of its stars, the following signs suggest that these three gentlemen may not be among the fortunate few asked back. 1. The not quite ready for love vibe. A reality show like The Golden Bachelor thrives on emotional stakes, vulnerability, and genuine romantic connections. Unfortunately, for Mark Anderson, Guy Gansert, and Pascal Ibgui, the chemistry they shared with the other contestants never fully bloomed. Whether it was Mark's awkward attempt at making a romantic connection during his one-on-one dates or Pascal's stilted conversations that seemed more like polite chit-chat than deep, meaningful exchanges, it became evident that none of these men had the it factor when it came to expressing their emotions on camera. Guy Gansert, in particular, spent much of the season offering only superficial observations about the women, which didn't exactly inspire warm and fuzzy feelings among fans. His reluctance to open up about his past or his feelings made it difficult for viewers to connect with him on a personal level. Mark's nervousness during his emotional confessionals felt forced, and Pascal seemed overly focused on appearances rather than forming a genuine bond with the women he was courting. 2. Lack of memorable moments. For any reality show, but especially The Golden Bachelor, being memorable is key to securing a second season invite. A contestant who doesn't manage to generate significant drama, spark exciting storylines, or provide heartfelt moments is bound to be overlooked. Unfortunately for Mark, Guy, and Pascal, none of them managed to stand out in a season filled with colorful characters and unpredictable twists. While some contestants had memorable one-liners, dramatic confrontations, or even tearful declarations of love, Mark, Guy, and Pascal faded into the background. Mark's attempts at being charming came across as stiff, while Guy's interactions with the women lacked the intensity that often drives the show's narrative. Pascal, for all his good looks, seemed too focused on playing it safe, leading to a lack of intrigue. In a season that featured drama-filled confrontations and emotional revelations, these three men were simply not the center of attention. 3. The set in their ways syndrome. One of the key selling points of The Golden Bachelor is the idea that the contestants, being in their golden years, are ready for something real and lasting. This means they have lived full lives, learned lessons from past relationships, and are open to embracing love once again. However, Mark, Guy, and Pascal exhibited signs that they might not be as ready for change as they thought. Mark, who came across as a bit too attached to his routines and past loves, often seemed more interested in reminiscing about the good old days than forging a new romantic connection. Guy, meanwhile, appeared to struggle with adapting to a new kind of relationship dynamic, and his inability to step outside of his comfort zone made it difficult to imagine him growing emotionally over the course of the show. Pascal, despite his charming smile, seemed to rely more on surface-level compliments and actions rather than cultivating meaningful, deeper connections with the women he was dating. The women on The Golden Bachelor are not looking for someone who is set in their ways. They want a partner who is open-minded, adaptable, and willing to grow alongside them. Unfortunately, these three contestants failed to demonstrate that they were those kinds of men. 4. The fan reaction. One of the most important factors when it comes to The Golden Bachelor is the relationship between the contestants and the viewers. Audience engagement is crucial, and the show's producers are well aware of the importance of fan reaction when choosing who will return for a subsequent season. In the case of Mark, Guy, and Pascal, fan sentiment was lukewarm at best. While many fans connected with the more charismatic contestants, Mark, Guy, and Pascal failed to generate the level of enthusiasm that is necessary to secure a return spot. Social media comments, fan polls, and viewer ratings all revealed a trend. Viewers simply weren't as invested in these three men as they were in other contestants. In a show where the heartstrings of an entire nation are pulled, being forgettable or average is a surefire way to ensure you are not asked back. 5. The lack of emotional growth. A defining aspect of The Golden Bachelor is the emotional evolution that contestants go through during the course of the show. Each week, the contestants are challenged not only by their physical attraction to the women but by their ability to open up, confront their pasts, and grow in their pursuit of lasting love. Unfortunately, neither Mark, Guy, nor Pascal seemed to make significant strides in their emotional journeys. While other contestants took risks, shared their personal stories, and allowed their vulnerabilities to show, these three remained relatively closed off. This lack of emotional growth made it difficult for them to be seen as viable long-term partners by both the women and the viewers. Mark, for example, seemed to lack the emotional depth that the women were looking for, and his somewhat robotic approach to dating did not endear him to the audience. Guy, too, appeared to be less focused on self-reflection and more interested in staying within his comfort zone, which made it hard for him to show any real personal development. Pascal's unwillingness to take risks emotionally made it feel as though he wasn't truly invested in the journey of finding love, further cementing his status as a non-contender for Season 2. 6. The competition is fierce. Perhaps the most telling sign that Mark, Guy, and Pascal will not be invited back for The Golden Bachelor Season 2 is the sheer strength of the competition. With the show's immense popularity, the producers are likely to cast a new batch of contestants who bring something fresh to the table. It's not just about having the looks or the charm. There needs to be a deep emotional connection, storytelling potential, and the ability to evolve throughout the season. As much as Mark, Guy, and Pascal tried to make their mark, they were overshadowed by stronger contenders who could demonstrate more passion, more growth, and more charisma. The reality is that in the world of reality television, the bar is set high. And if you're not able to offer something that stands out, you risk being forgotten. Conclusion: the end of the road. While Mark, Guy, and Pascal may have had their moments, their time on The Golden Bachelor has likely come to an end. With the show's emphasis on emotional connection, personal growth, and fan engagement, these 3 contestants simply didn't make the cut. As much as The Golden Bachelor celebrates second chances and the pursuit of love later in life, it's clear that Mark, Guy, and Pascal will not be part of Season 2. Their time on the show, while perhaps fulfilling in its own way, marks the end of their journey toward finding love on national television. So, while they may have given it their all, it's time to make room for new faces, new love stories, and new adventures on The Golden Bachelor.